Despite their Season 5 turmoil, Danni Warren and Daisy Kelliher, stars of Below Deck Sailing Yacht, are still in love. Since boarding Parsifal Roman 3, Danni has been causing a stir on the popular sailing show. Her yearning for male attention and her desire to avoid working have been made clear by the stew. Danni was dragged for her drunken smooch with Gary King when Keith Allen repeatedly interrupted her. As previously reported by Monsters and critics, Danni joined Captain Glenn Sheffard on Watch What Happens Live this week. In addition to criticizing her main stew and voicing her opinion on Keith's insults, Danni was honest. Andy Cohen was unable to resist asking his guests about their crew members on WWHL. Danni and Captain Glenn had to select a bobblehead of a Season 5 crew member while playing deckheads in order to respond to specific questions. In the game, Danni was a bobblehead, and Captain Glenn selected her to answer a few questions. Danni was asked to answer a single question about whether she preferred Daisy or Gary as a boss. Even though Danni scowled as if she didn't want to respond, she finally decided on Gary. Given that Danni and Daisy had previously spat this season about table decor, cabin chores, and other cooking responsibilities, it wasn't shocking, to be honest. We have to give Danni credit for taking responsibility for it, though, since she acknowledged that she and Emma Crouch were the ones who grumbled about their employment the most. Additionally, the stew defended herself from Keith, who made fun of her for obtaining the numbers of a gorgeous beach club host. As is typical of Andy, he couldn't resist shaking things up a bit. Danni said she was flirting with the guy at the beach club and was punching up when the WWHL presenter asked her what she thought about Keith. "I think you could see that I was pretty offended, and I wanted to punch him in the head just for saying that," she said. "Although it seems like you can't teach manners these days, so that's fun." In an attempt to make things seem better, Captain Glenn said that Keith said it because he liked her. But Danni wasn't having any of it, claiming that if that were the case, Keith could have shown his affection for her in a less offensive way. We finally had some below-deck sailing yacht guests on Watch What Happens Live after 6 episodes. You may read Captain Glenn Shepard's advice for his Season 5 crew here, along with Danni Warren's criticism of Daisy Kelliher and Keith Warren.